It's time to take on the Nether Hub. Hey there everyone and welcome back to FrostScale. I am Nythe and this is episode number 6 and we are just here, just enjoying our starter area. There's still little bits and pieces that I'm going to need to do, so I'm going to keep coming backwards. I'm going to keep coming back to this area just to do little bits and pieces. For example, I still need to finish the starter house and all that sort of stuff properly, but it is about time that we moved on, I believe, to something a little bit different. And I alluded to this before in a previous video, but I have agreed to help out and build the Nether Hub. And I'd already made a bit of a start on it and did a bit of a rough sort of outline over on stream, and which, by the way, if you are not currently following me over on Twitch, you should do, so that you can check out my live streams and everything as and when I do them. But yes, we're going to just quickly head over to the Nether Hub, because it is here where we're going to be diverting our next lot of attention. And we are going to be doing this area here and making this look all nice and everything. We have had a poll with our Discord community members, and we decided that we're going to turn this into an arcade area sort of thing. And then the different corridors are going to have different things branching off and everything. And I've been working a little bit over in a creative world, just sort of figuring out floors and that sort of stuff to get that sort of thing going. So I am going to need to grab a load of different types of resources. I think I need to move some of this stuff so that we can get started. But yes, that is what we're doing in today's episode. I guess I better get started. This is going to take a while to do. The first thing I've got to do, though, is I've actually got to get a load of supplies all going and everything. And I think the easiest way to do that is to ask my friends on the server to come along and... Oh my days, you'd made me jump out of my skin.
No. Hi.
Hi. You made me jump out of my skin.
Could we borrow some pale oak, please?
Moss. I actually don't
moss,
think...
please.
Pale moss. You could borrow a little bit and then maybe...
if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Oh, you made me jump out of my skin, by the way.
Sorry. You're welcome.
Yeah, if I have some, you can, but I'm not entirely sure I've got that much.
Okay. I'll go look. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Bye.
Enjoy. I scared now. My work here is done. I need to go to... Where do I need to go? Spawn. Spawny spawn. Spawn. Where's spawn? I'm walking around in circles.
So, yes, we're going to come along here and just make a little anti-room for materials and stuff so that we can get our friends to come along and get us a load of materials going. And we can do that relatively easily like this. Hi, Lily.
Hi! I hit my face.
How are you?
Good. You scared me, so I hit my face.
Oh. Well, that's payback for Satan scaring me. This is where the Nether Hub materials are gonna...
I'm here.
This is where the Nether Hub materials are gonna go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is Satan back here? Did I just say Satan?
I think she's at the shopping district again.
I swear I just heard her voice, though.
It's in my head. You can hear it inside my head. That's scary for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just making an area for the materials to go and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think that should be fine. I don't know how much stuff I'm going to actually need, but yeah. We'll see. Alright, catch you later.
Bye.
Are you looking for something to do?
What would you like?
Well, do you see these chests of netherrack and everything?
Yes.
It would be really handy if they could be put into shulker, the netherrack into shulker boxes and stuff, so that they're not all chests. There's like chests here as well.
You are aware I only own like 4 shulker boxes, right?
Really?
Yeah. I only carry 4 on me at all times.
Do you not like? Did you not get like a stack from Union Shop?
I didn't get a bundle. That being said,
No, there's he's got a
there it is. I can get 29 more chests. Oh yeah, I guess I do have 4 more boxes on me, but that's personal stuff for a sword chest. I just need more chests. I'll go buy wood.
Yeah. I was just about to say, well, I've created a little storage area for all our stuff, and the music came on. Onrock decided to make a little bit of a jukebox so that we could listen to some music whilst we were playing. And yes, so we've got some music playing as we do this, which is quite nice. But as you can see, I have set up this little storage area for all of our stuffs, and we've started getting some bits and pieces in. I did decide to do concrete powder instead of actual concrete, just purely because I wanted to be able to have the choice between concrete powder and that sort of stuff. And then I've just got some bulk stuff here for like, that should be in here. And then I've got some bulk stuff for concrete and that sort of thing. I'm just going to dump this stuff in here. No one needs to know. And let's plop you in there. And yeah, so we've got a little station here, which is quite nice. LG came in and gave us a shulker box of every single colour of wool, which is really good. That means that we don't need to worry about wool too much. And I have started marking out this area here as well. And what my plan is to at least get this lower section done, so that we've got a rough idea of how this is going to look. It does mean I need to shift the portal up some, just so that we've got that all there and ready to go, which is nice. The portal is actually going to be a little bit higher up, so that should be good. But I'm going to kick this into gear, and I'm going to hit the flashback, and we're going to go and start doing this. Oh no. Someone's already started putting silverfish heads down and leaving crafting tables that are not going to be spawn proof. But if we look here, I have done a bit of work. We have got this going nicely now. We've got this side pretty much done for this layer up to the top there, and I'm really liking how this has turned out. We are really getting those sort of arcade vibes going, really, and I really do like it. I love the way the floor's gone. We've got this sort of darker area down here where the casino is going to be going, and yes, it's looking really good. And we've got these like sort of mezzanine bits up here as well, which is going to look cool. We are going to be working on a centerpiece very shortly with regards to all of that. And I don't know if you've noticed, but over here we've already got some of the room going. Now, this wasn't me. This was indeed our resident Fox, Mitch, who came along here and actually made Professor Oak's lab, because this is going to be the sort of Nintendo-y themed corridor. And we're starting with Professor Oak's lab, which I think looks really cool. We've got the choose which one you want, and you got them going, hello there, welcome to the world of Pokemon. You've got the little computer going as well, which looks really cool. So yeah, we are working on nicely. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crack on and get the rest of this done, so that then I can start looking into doing the ceiling and the centerpiece and all that sort of good stuff. Each side of the bottom part of the Nether hub is done, and I have to say I really like how this has turned out. I'm super excited to work on this a little further. I do just want to see something though. I want to actually see whether or not we can add a little bit of depth or something here. Just add a little bit of a change in here. Yes, I think I like that, but I think what I want to do maybe is look at getting a little bit of a different colored glass. So maybe for the purple we could have a quick look and see what magenta might look like, but I don't know how to actually make magenta dye. That just pink dye. So look, magenta dye, pink and purple. Okay, the magenta stained glass. That might just provide a little bit of a pop of colour. And we might have something looking quite interesting there. Yeah, I think it does. Is that magenta? Yeah, I think so. I think it just provides a different hint. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, we could test it here. I think it's going to be subtle. And you've really got to sort of know what it is you're looking at there. But I do like the way that that now looks. So I'm going to go and bring that in across the other sides and figure out what colours. Maybe a bit of light blue there. Dark green maybe here. Or just normal green. And I'm pretty certain a bit of orange would go there with the yellow ones. So let's go and do that quickly, and we'll see what happens. All right, I've come in here and added some of this stuff to the corners now, and I have to say I actually do like it. It kind of just rounds these off a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to take out these prog lights and maybe just bring in the floor a little bit closer to there, but I'm going to work on this and tug away at it as I can. But it's now time to work on the ceiling, I think. I want to get the ceiling in and figure that out and everything. And I think I'm going to go into a bit of a creative world just to really figure the ceiling out and everything. And then we can really work on the claw as well. And I can't wait to get that in place as well. So I'm going to be back once I've done some more bits and pieces and everything. And then we're really going to be able to come in and get some details in, maybe figure out some like detailing seats and that sort of stuff, so that it's an interesting area to build. Obviously, it'd be really handy if the cushions were available now, but they're not, so we're going to have to wait until they come along. But I am really liking how this has turned out so far. And I think it's a nice pop of colour in the nether for all of this sort of stuff. So let's continue, shall we? I have done something. I've come in here and put in some of these. This is just purely concrete powder at the moment, so that I can come in with the torches and just break them up when I need to work on them. But I didn't want to just have the plain old nether rack there. I wanted to kind of like make it look fresh and stuff. But if you notice, I've come in here and recessed this a little bit because I've got a bit of an idea that I want to work on. And I want to know what you guys think. I'm going to maybe work on this little corner here and just sort of figure it out. But we've got these sort of like bulky sort of things going on here with regards to the purpley colours and the cyan colours there. But I'm thinking of trying to make it maybe look a bit more pixelated going up, as though something's falling into it and it's like sort of, I don't know, some sort of sand glass, what's the thing? Hourglass type thing. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to work on it. I want to make it look pixely though. I want to make it look as though it is like sort of pixely and it's sort of a more mural sort of thing. So I'm going to work on that and just see what I think. And I'm thinking that I'm going to come in and maybe have them come in to like blend into a light grey concrete and wool sort of thing going on there. And I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to do it horizontally or diagonally yet, but we'll see. Maybe we will give it a go on both sides and just have a look and just see what we prefer as a way to do that. So I'm going to go and get a load of purple stuff and then we can figure it all out. I've come in with a bit of a different idea now, and as you can see, I've kind of brought in a sort of flame sort of shape, and these are like orbs that are going into the flame, which will then come down into this. And I think I'm liking that, so I think I'm going to go ahead and continue with that, and I might even just come in with a bit of the darker grey around some of the edges here, just so that it's sort of like going there. And I think that we're looking good. I really do like that sort of thing. And then I've got to figure out what I'm going to do on that side for the purple thing. Maybe something similar. I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll see. But I kind of like how the idea of it sort of like powering up this sort of area down here a little bit. So I'm going to cover this with glass as well, and we'll see how that goes. But I am really liking how this is turning out so far. So it kind of now looks a bit like an egg, which I didn't really intend to do. So I'm not entirely sure, but I might just play on it a little bit, maybe go around here and just figure out, just play around on the other side maybe and just sort of figure it out, and maybe I can come back to this. You never know, by the time I've got to maybe that one or this one, I'll have sort of figured it out and everything and got that done. I'm also very well aware that I have yet to actually put the roof in, which is probably going to make it a little bit less, and I probably should do the roof as well. But I am getting there. I think I am liking how it's sort of going and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not too sure about the glass though. There is a chance that I might come in and maybe do a brighter glass, maybe bring in some of the magenta glass or something like that again and do that. But we shall see. We shall see. I don't like it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up to the other members of the community to come along and actually do some pixel art designs and stuff like that on these areas here. And I think that will be quite nice. And I'm going to go and focus on getting the roof done. Okay, I am so happy with how this is turning out so far. I've got the main colour parts of the roof all in, and all that remains really is to work on the centre piece, which is going to be a claw for that, to make it look as though the claw is coming at the nether portal and everything to lift it up into the air. And then inside the claw is going to be a blast chamber as well. I've just got to sort of figure out the little box thing here, and I want to make it look somewhat decent as well with regards to that. But I'm really happy with how I've managed to get all of this sort of design in and everything. And I'm not sure yet whether or not I'm going to come in with some glass above this. I might do come in with a bit of grey glass or something like that, like the light grey glass or something, just to sort of give that a little bit of a sheen and everything. But I'm really happy with how this has turned out so far. And then up here I've come in and put some just plank panels in on the sides here so that it just looks a little bit neater and everything for people to come along and do their pixel art. Satan's already gone and put a piece up there for her to do. What will happen is people will just come along and take away the planks and do that. I did run out of pale oak, so I came in here with some birch, but that's fine. I think it's just looking nice and neat and everything in here now, and I'm really liking that. And then I've got to figure out how I'm going to deal with a little bit of netherrack that's up here, because I don't really want the netherrack to be seen there, but we should be good, looking good. And yeah, it's just this centerpiece that I've got to really work on now and figure out. So I think for the final part of this episode, we're actually going to go and deal with this. I've been working on a little bit of the shape of the claw. And to do that, I've come along with some of the grey that I'm going to be using for the actual sort of main body of the claw. And I kind of wanted to emulate the sort of struggle that you tend to have with claws. You seem to have these really strong 2 prongs initially, and then the last prong seems to do all of this sort of weird bendy stuff that means that it never quite grips the toy properly. So that's what I've tried to emulate here, because I didn't really want to have just 3 of the same prongs there. And I think I've done that quite well. Looking at it, I think you can definitely tell that it is like a claw machine. And yeah, I once I've got a bit more detail in, like, I'm going to try and bring in maybe some walls and then some of the like thinner pieces and that sort of stuff for here. But I do think that it's kind of coming along nicely, and I'm working my way sort of through it a little bit. You can really get some of the details and stuff going quite nicely. But I think for now, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and we can come back to this at another point. Dux has built a shop inspired by the Nether. And, well, it's time that I went a bit... Well, I've kind of already done a bit of shopping, but I thought I'd come and show it to you all. We've got some wonderful little pieces here. We've got this guy over here saying, "You want my gold?" and pointing a crossbow at you. And we've got the gold on for sale here and everything. I've already done a bit of shopping, so I've actually managed to get some shulker boxes worth of goodies here, and I've been spending my diamonds on that. I've got a couple of boxes of gravel. I've got some blackstone as well as some soul sand and string, because they might be useful. This guy is selling, well, you can't really say selling if they're giving it away, but he's giving free fire resist potions, which is quite nice. And then this guy is giving us a chance to, you know, fire arrows and stuff at this target block, and it looks like people are missing the target, which I think is quite funny. So yeah. And then this guy, apparently nobody wants fire charges, so I'll tell you what we'll do. Oh, they're free of charge. I'll tell you what I'm going to do though. I'm actually going to go and take one. I'm going to give him a diamond, just as a little bit of a thing, because I feel sorry for him. I don't know what I'm going to use fire charges for. I think they're used in fireworks or something. So yeah. And there, I think we got 32 blocks of gold for 1 diamond. I think I might actually go and take a couple of these, just because they're useful to have for future reasons and that sort of stuff. But let's move on up, and we'll go up into here. This is where you get some of the really cool blocks. You get like the gravel and stuff like that. So we've got a box of gravel for 5 diamonds. That's even worth it, just like, you know, for the shulker box as well. So technically it's like 4 diamonds for the whole box of gravel. I got, yeah, so that's good there. We've got a box of soul sand again for 5 diamonds, which is quite nice. This is because he's got a gold farm and bartering farm all set up now, so it's easy for him to really do. I tell you what I am going to do. I am actually going to get myself a box and a thingy of nether wart as well, which gives me a chance to get a little bit more blackstone. I think I'd like another box of blackstone, because I do like to build with that. So I'm just going to get myself 2 boxes of blackstone, I think. There we go. And I think that's quite a good haul. I didn't have a full stack of diamonds. I think I had like 49 diamonds at the time. So that's actually quite a good haul for 49 diamonds. And then up here, we've got a bit of a launcher onto the thing. He's built a launcher that takes you up out of the building there. Let's give it a go, actually. Let's give it a go. Oh, it's got no charges in that. Never mind. We won't bother doing that then. And let's go back down. But yeah, I thought I'd show this because it's a really cool build. Dux is typically a redstoner, but over the last few seasons, like, we did carrot craft, and then... Did I just nearly fall into lava? No, I didn't. Okay, that's good. We did carrot craft and everything, and his building has just come on leaps and bounds. Like, this is a crazy amount of detail, and he's done a really good job here. Very lava-y as well, which is quite nice. But we'll have a quick look at this in the thing. We got the like bolt of gold that goes down through there and everything as well. I probably would have used a few orangey blocks as well with regards to the gold, because gold can tend to be a bit sort of bright and everything, but if you use a bit of orange and yellows and stuff like that, it can really work out. So yeah, but I just thought I'd show this off and do a bit of shopping as well on camera. Oh, I also got some obsidian as well, which is quite cool. It has taken me a week to do, but I have finally got it pretty much done. I still need to do some of these pillar things, but these are going to be more themed to the actual rooms that they're going along, and I've made them the gravity blocks so that we can just easily take them down when we need to. But look, it is here. We have done at least the pre-decorated version of it, and we can come in and decorate it at a later time. But if we look here, we've got our wonderful, wonderful Nether hub going, and I've managed to make it look as though the Nether, I've managed to make it look as though the claw has actually lifted the portal out of the ground, and I really do like that. We've got this sort of mechanically type thing at the bottom here where we can fall down into the thing here, and if we go up, we can get up onto the Nether roof. And all we need to do to get back down again is just keep going that way. I went to one of the trial chambers and got myself some powdered snow, so I've got some of that going now. But one of the things that I have managed to do is, if you see here, we've got this where it comes up, but if you're a little bit further away, it disappears. So I've managed to work out some armor stand stuff, and we've got that going nicely there, and we've got it set here. And the way I was able to do that was, if I go into the mods thing here quickly and go into client options on the armor poser, you can actually edit the render distance that they come out of. So I lowered that down so that now you can only see them when you're in a certain view of them, which I really like, because before you could see all of them, and I think it kind of cluttered the screen a little bit. And then the same with up here, you've got this going along here as well. But this has to be one of my favourite projects that I've done so far on FrostScale. And we've already got some art coming along here now as well. We've got ducks doing Duck Hunter up here, which I think is quite cool. And I've left some of this going. But this is all I've got time for today's episode. It took a week to do, and I'm really happy with the result. So if you did like this video and like the Nether hub, please click that like button, and also leave a comment down below to let me know what you thought of the video. And YouTube thinks that you might like the video in the top left hand corner of the screen, so why don't you go click that and check it out. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.